Oh, we are so back. Let's get some of this. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a few weeks now since we posted our last video. Look at that graphene coating working its magic, man. It's stunning. You can see it in 4K now as well because I record in 4K. Anyway, it has been a while. Last video I filmed was the Kaikoura video where we went to the Kaikoura hop. Since then I had a little break. To be honest, it's been a bit slack, but we've been doing plenty of maintenance on the car. The car's been through 4 fluid changes in that time, so roughly the past month or so. So just finished up cleaning the car, just doing a bit of the wheels now, and I'll give you guys a little update while I'm cleaning my wheels on what's been going on. So obviously, like I said, I've been doing a lot of servicing with my car. I've changed 4 fluids. I wanted the car to feel really good. I like taking care of my cars. I've already mentioned this in previous videos of mine. And yeah, I didn't really have any history on what had been done to the car. I only know that it had a fresh service when it was sold to me, which is great. And the car felt great when I bought the car, and that's why I was confident buying it, because it felt like it has been taken care of in its previous life. But yeah, I just wanted to be up to my own servicing and know my own intervals and know what's going on with the car when it's been done, so that I also know when to do it next. And also for possible future sales references, you can always reference when you've done what, and gives the buyer a bit of confidence in the car and a confidence in you as a seller. I just like to have my things up to scratch, basically. So we'll give those 2 wheels a wash now, and then we'll do the other side. And guys, for you lot, I've got something special to show you. We have got this. This is a package I've got. I've bought my first mod for the car, possibly my first and possibly my only mod for the car, seeing as I'm pretty happy with how it's set up at the moment, and there's not really many other mods I'd wish to do, to be honest. But I'll be showing you this a bit later. I'll open this package for the first time on YouTube, and we'll get it on video. Just don't mind the shoes. They don't get wet, so I'm wearing these while I'm cleaning my car. So I'll be showing you that in a minute. But first of all, I've just finished the clean on the car, and what a view, man. The wheels shine up amazing once they're done. Look at that. You got the Brembo brakes in the back there. Got the entire chrome bit outline shining up real nice. This shot here of the car is one of my favorites, to be honest. The way it just sits and is squat like that, it's incredible. So what service have I had done on the car? I'd say about 2 weeks ago now, I had the clutch fluid replaced and I had the brake fluid replaced at the same time. So I've done both of those, and here's my reasoning. I was having a few issues with my clutch pedal becoming quite spongy. With the 350Z, it's fairly common knowledge that the clutch slave cylinder, that's a common sign of that normally, being on its way out, like on its last legs basically. But I wanted to take all the precautionary steps to try and not do that job, because basically the clutch slave cylinder on these cars is in the transmission bell housing, which means it's a big labor-intensive job. And if I can avoid it, I'd rather not fork out the money yet if I don't have to, if it is something else. So basically what I've done is I've changed the clutch fluid and brake fluid to DOT4 or Super DOT4 fluid, which is a higher temp fluid for these cars. I believe the factory Nissan 350Z fluid they put in is DOT3, which means it's about 140 degrees boiling temp. And with the Super DOT4, I think it's about 184, I believe. So it's roughly a 44 degree difference between the DOT3 and the DOT4 fluid, which actually did help in the end. The problem would usually occur when you're going full throttle and you're shifting at redline and you're just giving it the beans, you know? After one solid pull, the clutch pedal seemed to want to go spongy and not really want to be your friend. It was letting you know that this isn't really my favorite, which in this car is not what I want. I want to go hard. I want to drive it hard, but also respect it and all the servicing that comes with that. and all the upkeep and maintenance. So yeah, I changed to .4 fluid. It seems to be better now. The clutch pedal is much less moody now when I ring it out and give it the beans. And the brakes don't really feel that different because I wasn't having a brake issue in the first place. But it's always nice to have some higher temp fluid in the brakes that do perform a little bit better at the end of the day when you are going for those hard runs. And the last thing that I had done servicing wise and maintenance / upkeep wise is the rear tires replaced. So basically, while I was up on the hoist having its service done for the clutch and brake fluid, like I was just mentioning, we noticed there was a tear in the on the inner edge of the left rear tire. And as you can see, extremely unsafe, just not good. And I was completely unaware of this, so yeah, no good. I had to get 2 new rear tires, and I had my mate Devon help me source 2 new rear tires and install them since he works at a tire shop. Always good to have connections and friends who can help you out when you need it most, especially with expensive stuff like tires. And the last few fluids I did about a week ago was I changed the engine oil and filter, of course. I've driven the car about 5,000 Ks now, and I like to change mine every 5,000 K when I drive my car spirited. And the fourth and final fluid that I had done was I had a transmission fluid replacement. So I got brand new transmission oil. Again, I didn't really know how old it was, so I'm just going to change it, and then I always know that it's fresh, it's nice, and I personally know when the last interval was and when it needs doing again. So now that we finished cleaning the car, I want to show you guys what I've got in this box. So I was told not to cut the box for some reason, so I will scissor it. Hopefully that's all right. So guys, the final reveal, what is inside this box. I have got myself some aftermarket headers and test pipes for the Z. Look at these bad boys, man. Oh my God. So these are already heat wrapped. I've bought these used. They are equal length headers, as you can see. First exhaust port is routed all the way out there. Second one over the top. And this third one goes straight down behind there into the merge collector. So making these equal length. And we have the high flow catted test pipes to go with that. So that is the mod I'm gonna be doing on the car soon, which will be coming up in another video in the future. I just bought these about 2 days ago, and I got them shipped down by a good friend that I know who helped me out with picking them up on the North Island of New Zealand and shipping them down to the south. So yeah, man, in one of these future videos, I'll be getting the headers installed and the test pipes installed, and hopefully the car will sound absolutely awesome. I'm sort of aiming for that inline 6-esque sound. I like the exotic sound that you can get out of a VQ. There's just something, the VQs have that something special that's just hidden that you really need to do the right exhaust mods for to achieve that sound. And they can sound super exotic. And hopefully the test pipes replacing the cats will create that higher flow and maybe give me a little bit more volume as well. I'm aiming for that higher pitch sound. I really want that higher pitch sound, but that's where the equal length comes in. Very handy, because the VQs from factory, the 350Zs, the 370Zs, they come with unequal length headers from the factory. They're almost equal length, but at the end of the day, they're still unequal, which still creates that typical V6 tone that everyone tends to rave about being bad. And I'm not a fan of myself personally either. The equal length should smooth that out, and it should sound pretty like just exotic, you know, like almost flat plane V6 like. That is what I'm aiming for anyway, but we'll see in the future. I'll schedule to get these installed, and hopefully I can do a video on that as well, because that would just be awesome. I can't wait I want to get my first reactions on camera. So what does the car feel like with brand new rear tires, clutch fluid replaced, brake fluid replaced, brand new engine oil and brand new transmission oil? Let's take it for a drive and talk about it. So let's start the car up. Nice cold start. Oh, I hate getting out of this driveway. Right, so what do these new improvements feel like? First of all, let's start with the engine, the most common fluid change you'll do. I've just pulled over to let these guys go. Funny enough, because my transmission hasn't warmed up yet. So it doesn't really like to go into second gear over these speed bumps. So I'm holding people up. I'm just gonna let the car warm up a bit while I talk. So first, The engine oil, like I said, the most common fluid you'll change, the most common oil you'll change on the car. The car is currently on 150,600. I had it done at 150, pretty much almost on the dot. Factory spec is 5W30. I've opted to go for a 5W40 because we're coming up to summer here in New Zealand and I like to drive the car hard. The car did burn a bit of oil in between this oil change and when I bought the car, so thicker oil viscosity does help also with slight oil burn. But also since I've put the 5W40 in this, the engine has obviously also actually become quite a bit more quiet. It's not as like tinny and mechanically loud anymore. The engine's just like quietened down. So far, I'd actually say 5W40 is probably better for this engine than the 5W30, depending on the climate of your country as well, of course. Like I said, we're coming up to summer, so it makes sense to make that swap now. Come winter time again, I'd probably put 5W30 back in this. Next up, I'll talk about the transmission. So factory spec, again, for this is 75W85 GL4 product only, and again, which is also why I've stopped at the moment, I've upped the viscosity of my transmission oil as well. So I've gone to a GL4, which is the factory spec, 75W90 in this. And to be honest, I'm not sure if the old transmission oil was just old or if it's the upgrade of viscosities from 85 to 90. But I tell you what, out of all the servicing on this car that I've done in the past month, the shifting feel is probably the biggest thing I noticed that has changed. Honestly, the car shifts so much smoother now in and out of gear when it's warmed up. I'd say when it's cold, it's a little bit thicker and a little bit more difficult to get into gear than usual, which is why I'm stopped on the side now, just to let people pass and let this warm up. Actually, we're gonna go now. The shifting feel is definitely something I noticed. Honestly, if you have a 350Z and you live in a warmer climate, change your transmission fluid and go for a 75W90. It literally feels so much better when you're on it and you're shifting hard, you're giving the car some beans. Things will take slightly longer to warm up, so will the engine, being 5W40. But I'd say when it is warmed up, the protection it offers is definitely superior. At least that's what the car feels like. The response I've felt from the car and what it's telling me, it's good. Now the clutch, how does the clutch feel? The clutch pedal doesn't feel too much different. To be honest, the only time I really notice it is when I'm going all out, full 100% and shifting really hard at the higher RPM or pretty much at red line. It definitely performs better longer term on a hill run. The clutch feel will stay much more stable and it won't get spongy as quickly, if at all. And obviously the rear tires have made a big difference. I had an alignment too. There's definitely more grip. I've got some Hancocks on there now. They're 275 on the rear, and I didn't change my fronts, but I've got 235s on the front. So the rear definitely grips more and it's nice. So what does a warmed up 350Z feel like now? I will tell you in just a moment. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Downshifts feel smoother. 1 to 2 shifts feel definitely smoother. Just getting off the line and going from 1 to 2 usually used to be a bit harsh in this. Now it's far better. Downshifts are nice. Yeah, it just goes in and it feels exactly how it should now. The feeling I felt before through the shifting was probably not 100% optimal. It still felt really good, but I didn't know the potential of what it could feel like. And it's just brilliant. It feels so good when it's warmed up. It's twitchy and jerky and doesn't really like things when it's cold, but once it's warmed up, it's all worth it. Yeah, man, it feels good. Oh my God, man, it's really good. Oh, look at that. Look at those. Wow. Blue S15 looks mint. And what a nice day out. I've been waiting for this. We've had really bad weather recently. I prefer to film in the sunshine because the videos come up a lot nicer. They look good. The colors look awesome. But it's been really, really difficult to find a sunny day to record on recently. It's just been pure garbage. Now there's also a car meet going on later on. It's a Friday evening and I'd like to take this car to the meet and film some of it as well. This 3 to 2 shift now feels just on point. There's another one. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but I got my shorts on. I had to get my shorts on. I was in long trousers, but it's starting to get quite warm now, and this is the first day of the year that I've worn shorts. Hit the downshift, roll into this corner. The Z sticks flat. Sounds fantastic. Downshift to third. Downshift to second. All that maintenance has all been worth it. I've had to schedule all this over the past like month. Obviously spent out a bit of cash as well, but it's all been worth it, and you kind of need to do that to keep your car in the condition you wish to keep it in. So anyway, that's a little bit about the car, an update about all the maintenance that's been done in the past month, roughly since the Kaikoura video. Oh, we've hit traffic now. It's not the worst place to hit traffic, is it? Stunning. No way. Fella's got the same wheels as me. On a Mazda Speed. How are we, mate?
Good.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you, bro.
I like it.
Pretty.
How are we?
What's going on, fella?
So, anyway, this is the end of the car meet now. Everyone's leaving, and it's been a really good evening, actually. Good day for recording. Good day to come out. Friday evening. Really cool JDM cars, old school Japanese, Fast and Furious, all that type of stuff. It's been a good day, man. So, yep, gonna head home now and call it a day, wrap it up, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.